You're good.
Let's do this. Okay. So let's see. Are we on? Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thanks you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate you supporting me on this. We're going to have tons of fun. You're going to learn a lot. We first need to know if anybody has any injuries. I know, Wendy, you struggle with shoulder.
I can't really do anything with this.
Okay, so I'll be showing you some modifications, and if you need to take a break, that's fine. There's water in the back of the room if anybody needs to. There's chairs. If you need a little downtime, that's fine, okay? Don't worry about doing everything right or a certain way. Just pick up some of what I say, and before you know it, you'll be dance hooping, all right? Let's see. We are going to do 3 moves today and focus on 3 moves. And I will demonstrate those as soon as we start the warm-up. So is everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so if you feel like you need a different hoop, or if I can see that you're really struggling, we can resize you, okay? Alrighty, let's get started. We're gonna warm up. And alrighty, here we go. Let's just bend our core. You can kind of grab it with your thumbs if you want, kind of wave to everybody, or you can grip it if that feels more natural. All right? Good, you guys. You're great already. So we're going to do this for about an hour. I'm just kidding. Good. All right, let's lift it over our heads. Take a step if you feel like it. Yeah, good one. Good one. Yeah. You know, Wendy, you can even hold it and just step. Okay. Okay. If it's easier for you to just hold it up, you can do this. You can pick it up. If you feel a little bouncy tonight, it's Monday night. Happy Earth Day, everybody.
Happy birthday. Oh, it is?
It's Earth Day today, yeah.
I didn't know it was a Monday.
Good. Let's drive a big old semi. See what kind of driver you guys are. Awesome. This is the place where we will live in this class today. That core. Good. All right. Let's do a lunge with our knees bent side to side. You can stare at the wall on each rotation if you feel like it. Nice going. Everybody have a good Monday? Good. It's beautiful outside, isn't it? If I would have known it was going to be so beautiful, I would have held it outside. Good. We're going to kayak. Since it's Earth Day, let's kayak over to that island. Take in all the beauty of this earth, granite outcrops. This is the same motion as you would do with your kayaking or maybe the breaststroke in a pool. Good. Awesome, you guys.
So, Carrin, always warm up before you start regular meetings?
Yes. Nice, you guys. Okay, I'm going to talk about a little bit about planes in hoop dancing. Hoop dancing has been around forever, or actually hula hooping. It started in the late 1950s, and it has emerged as an art form over the years and picked up a lot of speed in, I would say, the last 10 to 15 years, okay? And so today we're going to work on 3 foundational moves, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to demonstrate those for you. And if you have any questions at any time, feel free to ask. We are first going to start with waist hooping, and you can hold off until I've kind of demonstrated what we're doing. This will be waist hooping, okay? And I am naturally right side dominant. You may be, do we have any lefties? Okay, so you will probably feel more comfortable starting the opposite way of the rest of the hoopers, but we will work on.
But left eye dominant, so I don't know.
Okay, well, you may want to just try both ways because we are going to work on both ways, and one will probably come more natural than the other. It should be fairly apparent which side is your dominant side. It's kind of like writing with your dominant side and then, you know, writing a letter with your opposite, like if you've ever broke your arm or something. So anyway, so we will be doing waist hooping on our dominant side. And this is in the horizontal plane, okay? Much of what we do in dance hooping is in the horizontal plane, or at least starts there. And it can, meaning we're traveling from our ankles all the way up over our heads on a horizontal plane, like the hoop is going right now, okay? There are different planes. There are, we have a wall plane, which we did when we were driving our semi, okay? This would be the wall plane, so any hand movements might be on that. You're visualizing the hoop is up against a wall, all right? And then we have a vertical plane. This is an example of what they call the wheel vertical plane, okay? Picture yourself as the car and this is the wheel. So we have foundational moves and we have transitional moves. And what ties those planes together is the transitional moves, okay? So they're like the glue that holds the meat together. There's the meat. And if I wanted to go to horizontal up above my head and turn, that's the transitional, and bring it down, and I'm back in the foundational, okay? We're not going to worry about that. I just wanted to give you an example of the different planes and all the different possibilities in hoop dancing. So, why don't we go ahead and start, and we're going to put our elbows back and the hoop in the small of our back, and we're going to give it a strong push and let it drop. Okay?
Wants to do it?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Perfect. Perfect. So now we don't have to be embarrassed or feel like a loser when we drop it, right? Because we've already done that. And I've done it a million times. So let's do that one more time just to get a feel for the hoop, rotating down our body. So this will tell us when the hoop is starting to get a little wonky, right? Because when you first start off, it's going pretty strong, but then, ooh, you know, things are falling apart. So now we're going to try and do that. And we're going to, there's 2 methods of waist hooping. You can either rock side to side, okay? It is not a circular motion. If you do that, you're going to lose the hoop. It's really just kind of a side-to-side rock. And there's one way some people use, I find it a little bit harder, but you may want to try it if you're having problems. And you can just stick your fingers in and kind of just feel the rotation, the momentum of the rotation, and try and maintain that, okay? The other way that comes more natural for some people is to do a front and back rock with one foot out in front. So that would look like this. And you're kind of popping your diaphragm, okay? And again, the hoop should be hitting right around that rib cage area, or just below, all right? So let's go ahead and try that, all right?
Hey Karen?
Yeah.
Does it matter which way you throw
The hoop.
Yeah.
So if you are right-handed, or right side of your body dominant, you're gonna wanna spin the hoop to the left.
Okay.
So you're gonna start on that right side, but you're gonna spin it to the left, okay? Good question, Wendy. And the opposite, for Jessica, you're gonna start on that left side and push it, and it's gonna go over to the, rotate to the right side of the room, okay? All righty. Any other questions? All right. Let's just play around with it. Good. You're a French class person? Okay. That's awesome. Cherie says she's definitely a French back person, so if you're struggling the other way, you may want to try that. Look at this one, he's never done hooping before.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
That's great.
Wait, this is easy. Janet, okay. You guys can go ahead and practice. So let's see. The only thing I can see that may help you is the reach should have a turn down or up. So if you keep it level, it will go as far as you want to kind of let go with one knee how's it going? Look at Wendy go! Woo! Smaller.
I don't know.
There you go. Good job. You got the right idea. So remember, I know some of you here snow ski, and I know we have a marathon runner in the group, and I'm pretty sure when they started those, especially skiing, probably felt a little unnatural, didn't it? So this is the same thing. It gets so much more fun as you develop those muscles and that precision to express yourself in a creative way. All right? Look at you go. Good job. You got it. You caught me on the 1 second. Good job. Okay. Cherie's got it going on.
Apparently that's how it's working.
Ah, that's awesome.
Mom, you can actually do things.
Oh, come on now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I just have everything in my house.
Good job. Yes, you got it, Janet. That's the movement you're looking for. Yes, look at you. Look at her go. Woo, that's so exciting to see you guys do this. Okay.
That's not how it works.
All right. I think what we should do is just put on some really fun music and do another drill of that, okay? We'll speed it up a little. If you have any questions, let me know, all right? How you doing, Wendy? Okay?
Yeah.
Shoulder okay?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go. When you feel comfortable with it rotating on your waist, you can add variations. Okay? Now, you've got it, Jenna. You've got the right. Jenna had a great idea. See, she took the hoop off and just did the movement with her body. To master that first, you know, the rocking, and then she tried it and did good. So, good job. All right. What is that? Okay. Try it. I think one thing I see is that you're looking down at the hoop. And when you look down at the hoop, your posture is going forward. If your posture goes forward, you guys, the hoop will go to further. If your posture is back, the hoop will go to what we call sky. And those are things eventually we will want to do. It's fun to do earth after a while. But for now, we want to focus on that hooping level when we started out and maybe looking straight ahead. Okay? Good. You'll get it. Maybe slow down. Great, Jessica. You're doing great. Awesome. All right. If you need water, go ahead and grab some. How are you feeling? Good. How you doing, Wendy? Good. Good. That's one more than I had when I started. Yeah, it'll happen. So it's really funny, you guys, with hooping. If you'll practice and practice and practice, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? And then all of a sudden, boom, it clicks. You know, and you're in there. I mean, it's like a breakthrough, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think you are. I think so. All right. Nice. All right. All right. Okay. I'm going to demonstrate two types of recovery since now we've been able to get a feel for the waist hooping. And when we drop it, we're kind of in question as like, okay, what do I do now? It's dropping. I don't know how to recover it. So let me show you a couple of ways to do that. Again, I'm starting on my dominant side, and we're going to focus on what we call the dip and bump. So the hoop is rotating pretty much around my diaphragm right now. And oops, I'm starting to lose it. Now what do I do? Ooh, it's getting really low. I'm going to dip and bump, okay? You're going to dip and bump it up. And that's going to give you more momentum with the revolution of the hoop, okay? So that's the first way. So why don't we try that and see if that helps at all, okay? Good, good. You have the right idea.
I think I bumped her too late.
Yeah, you have the right idea. So it's going down, and you're gonna, it's almost, to me, it's like a, you know, it's like you wanna wind up that hoop to increase the momentum. All right?
Oh, I actually got her really long.
Good job! I now get it. Okay, so I think one of the things that might help you is if you stretch your legs a little bit further apart. Your feet were pretty together, And that's very advanced to stand and hoop like this, okay? So just maybe like shoulder width apart. You guys, I forgot to tell you that, sorry. And then try it. There. Oh. It's natural to want to put your knees down like that to save it, isn't it? So how are we doing with the dip and bump? Any luck? Or do you just not need to recover? Are you guys that awesome? Looks like it.
Helps me, that's for sure.
Good. Good. All right. All right. The second way to recover is called, well, it's a term. And I always say that I love terms in hoop dancing. They are the glue that brings everything together. And they are also a way of recovering when you're losing that hoop. So let me demonstrate. I've got it going. I'm feeling it slip. Oops, now it's all the way down to my hips. I'm going to turn and increase the revolution of my hoop. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. Whatever your body wants to do naturally is the way you should do it the first time, okay? So if your body wants to travel with that hoop, that's fine. If your body wants to spin with that hoop, you can do that too. Now, I think the second one is going to be a little more difficult. I always say it's good to start out with quarter steps. Just a little step, and you don't have to be demonstrative about it. You can, you don't have to lift it way up here. You can just do a little hoop, a little step, quarter step, and that will be enough to move that hoop around your body faster and bring it back up to where it belongs on your waist, okay? All right, so let's do some waist hooping and some recovery. And I guess we could say we're going to be levitating.
Nice.
All right. Good. Great. Wendy, you are so close. Good. Look at you guys. You look beautiful already. You guys look like you've been doing this for a long time. Look at you. Which way you turn when you're turning to recover. Is that what you meant? Okay. So sorry I didn't go over that. So I am hooping right body dominant towards the left side of the wall. My turn is also going to go that way. It doesn't work very good when you try and go the opposite way. I've seen some people be able to do one revolution that way, but they will usually lose it. So you want to stay with the same direction that the hoop is going, okay? So this would be like this, all right? And there's so many fun variations once you get this. I just want, because I know you will, I just want to demonstrate where this can go. That's the beautiful thing about hoop dancing is that it's not about just standing here going like this for an hour, right? It's about, oh, I can do a turn now. I wonder if I could travel and do a turn with my hands out. I wonder if I could do something like that, okay? Or maybe I could put my hands in the circle and do something like this later. These are all things that we can work up to over time, but you're starting out with the foundational moves that lead you to the fun, okay? So, let's try the turn method, the turn recovery method. Right? Now, and it doesn't have to be the turn method. Now, if you find that the Jenna. Good job, guys. All right. Good. Okay. Any questions? What was that?
What happens when it comes by the legs? Because it seems to go there quicker than like here. Like when it's here, right after it's like there.
So let's try it again. Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
Good job. So, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Jenna, and it really helped her. I can see you're doing great. I see you looking down at the hoop a lot,
Right.
which is focused on the earth angle, okay? Meaning, if you're looking down and your back is like this, the hoop has no other choice but to follow how you're standing. So, let's work on posture, okay? A lot of this is about the core and your posture. It's like other dance. The straighter you are, I always say zip it up. The straighter you are, the more even that hoop is going to rotate around your body. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'm going forward, and there it goes, and there it goes, okay? If I do the same thing, and I'm leaning too far back, oh, there it goes, all right? So, it's critical when you start your push-off that you really give it a strong push-off, okay? Because that gives you enough time to kind of recoup the hoop, rather than having to think, okay, I didn't start off well, so how am I going to now recover, okay? So buy yourself some time by giving it a real strong push-off, all right? Okay, so let's just play around with that a little more, and okay. You guys, I think you're also proficient. I think we should start with the opposite side, and that is called outflow. Okay, so it's going to feel really wonky the first time you try it, second time probably, and maybe even the rest of the evening, which is perfectly fine. Took me forever to do it, okay? And you're doing it the same way as the other side. It's just going to feel a lot different, all right?
You're spinning it.
So you're spinning, you were spinning to the right because you're right body dominant. You're now going to spin it to the left. I'm sorry, you're going to spin it to the right. Yeah. So it's the opposite. You're right when you're spinning it to, when you're working on the right side of your body, you're spinning it to your left, and to the left side of your body, you're spinning to the right. The importance of this is, I know it's not a lot of fun, because it doesn't feel natural, but you always want to do really any sport or any dance move or gymnastics move on both sides of your body, because you do not want any misalignment happening as you learn, or uneven muscle, groups. I mean, if you always work the right side of your body, it also limits you later on transitional moves. And we're going to move into another move, and I'll show you that, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start out low. your soft, the stronger you can get it, the better. And make sure that good. How's it going?
This is a workout, man.
It hurts. I know. It is deceiving, isn't it? Good. And then when you sorry. All right, you guys. Good job. Okay. All right. Okay, so now that we're experts in waist hooping on our dominant side and our outflow side, we're going to try something like this. We're going to first start out with our dominant side, and we're going to spin the hoop and try and catch it with both hands. And catch, spin, and catch. Your knees will be slightly bent. It's almost like a lunge, but you're spinning the hoop. You'll want to keep the hoop level. We don't want to spin like this or like this. It needs to be level with the body in the small of your back with your elbows back and your thumbs up, okay? And you want to try and catch it that way, all right? Now, most people start out catching it with both hands, and a lot of it's timing. You know that feeling when you're jumping rope and you're waiting for that space to come so you can jump in? This is the same kind of feeling. You're waiting for that revolution to come down, and when you see that space, right after you see that big space on that opposite side of where you started, is when you're going to try and grab that. So it's when you see the hoop go like this, you've got a lot of it in front of you. And you're grabbing it just like when you started. You're in the same position as when you started, and you're finishing with that same position, okay? So we're going to do that on our dominant side and then our outflow side. And if it's easier for you it's easier for me to do it with one hand. I find that this hand I really don't know what to do with it, and it's kind of in the way. So I grab it with one hand. If that happens, that is perfectly fine, okay? It also later will allow you to train the hoop and add a little bit of style, okay? All right? Down the road, this is a fun move. And it also leads into many transitional moves that, remember, are the glue that hooks all these foundational moves. It's what makes hoop dance beautiful, okay? And flow. We talk a lot about the flow state in hoop dance because it's not just hooping, right? It's traveling, and it's transitional moves, and it's different kinds of moves with those foundational focuses, all right? Okay, so let's try that. And again, you know, do your best. Don't beat yourself up. Just have fun with it. Go ahead and start. I'll start some music. All right. Good, Jessica. Good, strong spin. Since it's Earth Day, I was trying to come up with some fun Earth songs. But I could really only find like levitating and circle songs. Good, Jenna. You're starting to feel comfortable with the hoop. I love seeing that. You look great. Now again, one of the tricks to this is making sure when you give it that toss that horizontal plane is even, not tilted forward need to do next, you know? Yeah. There you go. That's what I mean. Just have fun with it. If you come across a variation of what we're doing, that's the beauty of hoop dancing.
Wait, can you
We'll all want to learn it.
Can you catch it like this? This is how I've been catching it. I can't catch it like this for some reason. I always just end up catching it like this.
Okay, so I think it's because maybe try your legs more shoulder width apart, and you'll want to turn. There you go. It's just a matter of timing, just watching that space in front of you. It takes some time. Good. Good, Wendy. Awesome. Look at her go. Woo. She can't stop the feeling, guys. How we doing? Any questions? How did that feel?
Good, I was kind of having the same problem as she was.
Catching it in front?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. I think you have to position your hands back the way you started. So you give it that push off, and then you're working to, as soon as you push it off, you're working to set yourself up for that catch.
Okay.
Okay? So, because what we do naturally, Wendy, when we first start hooping, is we kind of do this dinosaur arm thing
Yeah.
that we think we need, but we later let go of. And so you're probably trying to get to that position. And so you will eventually learn that you can bypass the dinosaur hands. and you can just set yourself up as soon as you take off, set yourself up for that catch. Okay? All right? You guys are doing amazing. Okay. So, we're going to go on to, again, this will be a variation of what we just did or just attempted. And it will come. But for those of you who are ready for a little bit different variation, you can add a turn to what we just did, okay? And we're gonna start out the same way as we would when we're waist hooping. Elbows back on the small of our back, thumbs up, hoop level, feet about shoulder width apart. And we're gonna do that turn we talked about, and then catch it, okay? Catch, turn, and catch. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right? Let's try that. Play around with it. Hey. I'm gonna play this song since you all are on fire.
Nice. You gotta record it.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about catching. It's like it's another save.
Yeah.
Catch it.
Exactly. Yeah. Good, Shuri. So remember, as you're making those turns, you're wanting to increase the momentum of that hoop revolution, okay? So it's gonna almost require maybe a, do you need some water?
No, I just felt fell and I was sitting now.
Oh, there's a chair over there if you want to go keep.
No, I like the floor. Good.
Okay, so let's go ahead and almost like a spin, okay? The more you can spin that hoop, the stronger momentum you're going to have. 1, 2, 3. Step 1, 2, 3. Step 1, 2, 3. Good. And you can you can continue to turn too. If you feel like, ooh, I missed that revolution to catch it, just keep turning and get used to that. Okay? And then when you feel like you can see that space in that revolution, you can set yourself up to catch that hoop. All right? And spin on your outflow. So this is a great move to work both sides of your body. All right? And it's fun too. Rather than just doing drills on the left side of your body all the time, which is important in the beginning. But later, you'll learn that you can do as many moves on outflow as you can on inward. That's okay. That will work too. But yes. So Wendy asked a good question. She said, do you have to get an expensive hoop? So all of these hoops were handmade by a woman named Abby with Hula Fit. She is online. If you go to Hula Fit, you will see that she sells these handcrafted hoops. You do want a handcrafted hoop because it is a dance hoop, okay? If you go on to Amazon or something like that, most likely you're getting an exercise hoop that's going to be very heavy, and as you progress, you are not going to be able to flow and dance, okay? They're good for fitness. You can certainly go buy one and do movements like this for fitness, but if you are interested in flowing and hoop dance, you are going to need a handcrafted hoop, okay? And, the way I look at it is, if you hike, your boots are a couple $100. If you ski, you got what, $1,000 into each person? If you run, you got to have the greatest shoes. So hooping, if you are truly committed to progressing and learning and you enjoy it to that level, then yes, you definitely want a handcrafted hoop. And I would highly recommend Hula Fit as a website. Okay.
How much does a hoop cost? How much does a hoop cost?
So they run anywhere from, really, what's really expensive is the shipping. Because hoop dancing hoop dancing really hasn't hit in Idaho yet. So we don't have a maker. So shipping is the bulk of the expense. And it depends on what size you want, what grip tape you want, and what weight you want, what materials you want made out of it. I would say the average cost is going to be $40 to $50 plus shipping. Okay, and if you want something really special, then you can pay all the way up to $70. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do. So now, you guys have been so awesome, and you have learned so much in such a short period. And I think it's time now just to have fun and just do some free-form dancing. And just you know, if you mistakenly make the right move that we haven't seen yet, that's awesome, right? So freeform dance is a very imperative part to instruction, because you discover, hey, what might come really easy to you, I might struggle with, okay? And vice versa. It's just like anything else in life. So let's just go ahead and let's just do some freeform dancing for this song. And then we're going to do a group activity next, and we can show each other what we figured out, all right? So just put together what we've learned or anything additionally that feels right or feels good, all right?
Get the turn down. I should have said it, because the second I say something.
Okay, so when it starts going slow, go back to that rhythm bar for a second for that revolution, okay? Yep, so you're bumping it with your booty, okay? So you're bending down and you're kind of sticking that booty out to get that revolution to speed up, all right? And the other way, of course, is the turn, all right? And I've noticed that when you do your turns to increase your momentum, sometimes a big step is required if the hoop is really out of whack, all right? So you almost want to kind of swing it around with your body, all right? Good. Good. And if you want to just go back to, if you're tired and you want to just go back to waist scooping, that's perfectly fine. Maybe start a little variation with your hands out, right? Or up. Look at, I like that one, Jenna. You're gonna have to do that in Star Circle. You have to teach me that one. Go like this. Perfect. Yeah. It's about adding your own style once you feel like you've mastered those fundamental movements, okay? So, and we all have such beautiful different styles. We learn from each other. Sometimes a little step, you know, sometimes we put our hands in prayer position. This is a very meditative practice. If you started your morning with 10 minutes or 15 minutes of this, you'll be amazed at how much it clears your mind. Because I always say that when you're hooping, you really don't have anything else you can think about. You know how you sit down to meditate and your mind wanders off and you're like, there's clothes in the dryer, I need to get them out, you know? and so if you're moving, you're actually thinking about what you're doing in that present moment, rather than, you know, something far off in the future or something that happened in the past. You are in that moment. Good. Perfect, guys. All right, are you guys ready for stars? Are you ready to be stars? All right. So, we are going to get in a circle, and we can do what we learned today, focus on what we learned today. Jenny, you want to go first? And then once you get out of the circle, we'll just continue on, okay? It helps everybody learn. And if you're not comfortable doing this, just say pass. Next time, all right? We're ready.
So,
Good.
There you go.
Okay. There we go. I like that. Perfect. All right, you're up. help you with the momentum of the hoop. All right. Then I'm going to plunge into it. Good, guys. All right, and now I think I'm going to do the turn we practiced with the catch. All right. Good. Okay.
Alright. Mom, your face is red. You okay?
Yeah, you okay?
My face always gets red. Please ignore it. Like, I can be the best,
Okay.
like,
I'm not the same way too.
So, I can catch it this way.
All right.
But I still
Nice.
struggle with catching it this. Oh, I
Good.
got it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like once you mistakenly do something you've been trying, you want to just keep doing it and make sure you got it. All right. You want to-
Oh, okay. So for some reason, doing this, I would just go that so fast, but if
Okay.
I could just like,
Oh, nice.
and it like never falls down.
Very nice. I love that. Spinning and twirling. You know what? That reminds me of when we were little girls and we wear the big dresses and you'd spin to make them go out, right?
Oh my gosh, I love those.
And there's lots of spinning involved in this activity. Nice.
I did not see you there.
All right, Jessica, you're up.
Do the waist.
Okay. Well, you know what? You can never do enough of the waist. Really, because it is the foundational move. So, yeah, that's okay. Perfect. Nice. Good job, you guys. Let's cool down. All right. You guys can set your hoops down and just step in front of them. And we're just going to cool our bodies down, relax. How's everybody feel?
Great.
Good.
Tired.
Tired? Good. All right, let's just stretch. Good. You may feel this in your core tomorrow. You may have some bruises on your body, which is totally normal. You know, if you do end up getting a hoop at home and you feel like, wow, I'm really bruised up, you want to just take a few days off or go easier on yourself. I started hooping 4 years ago. I could not keep the hoop up for 60 seconds. I decided that I was going to keep it up for 2 minutes. And then I ended up increasing that to 5, and then 10, and then I was up to a regular workout, probably in 6 months. But again, that was mainly waist hooping. I am a firm believer that everything you try, if you really refine that first, those next movements are going to come easier. If you're off balance in your first move, but you really want to learn that trick that's that second move, and that's why I appreciated you coming and doing the waist hooping, because that's your comfort zone right now, and that's what you should be working on. And you will get that so refined that you'll go, you know, I don't really need to have these hands like this anymore. You know, I could have fun and I could make them wavy when I hoop, or you know, something like that. Any kind of variation that you may do dancing without the hoop, okay?